Hey, Rick. First of all, thanks for dropping by. Let's see. Photos of the kids from the new live action Netflix Avatar? No, I haven't. Can you post a link? I didn't even know they were working on a live action Avatar. Are you hearing me okay? I'm always afraid. Oh, there we go. I'm always afraid that I've not got my microphone settings right. Even if I can see the bars moving. Well, I think they're pretty well cast. I'm just wondering why everything needs a live action remake. Yeah, right? Just oh man, just let things continue in the same vein. I guess people want to capitalize on the same IP that's been doing very well. They know Last Airbender is super popular, so how can we do that without having to rewrite the whole story? Well, we'll make a live action remake. I'm guessing live action is cheaper to create than sequels for the actual stories. Plus, it might have a nice overlap between existing fan base and new people. Like people who don't watch cartoon will watch live action, but they'll be dragged there by all the people that have already seen the cartoon and think the cartoon is really good. And so they want to see live action, and so they, drag people there that otherwise wouldn't have come because it's a live action. That's my guess. Apparently, the overlap is good enough to warrant doing it over and over and over again. I would rather have the sequels, but as long as they're good, I guess. I mean the sequels, because Honestly, I do feel like sequels have gotten a lot better in recent years. Like, they've been paying a lot more attention to having really good stories, even for the sequels, whereas it used to be like a straight to video thing, you know? Aladdin 2 comes to mind. Or Lion King 2. At least I think that was a straight to video thing. Then again, I thought Aladdin 3 was really good. I love that one. Before I forget the lifelines. Yeah, exactly. Which is weird, right? Because you'd think, well, maybe it wasn't common knowledge then yet that like that like existing IPs need a lot less marketing to succeed than new IPs. But yeah, we'll see. When is it coming out? Hold on. $2024. Well, there you go. See, there's a bigger demographic if you make it live action. Oh, right, there's the writer's strike going on. We're not getting a lot of news coverage about that here in Holland. Oh man, I don't remember what I did a few streams ago. They're all on YouTube though. So you can check back there. I probably was. If I look at the pages, there's not a lot of oh, I think I remember like saying last stream something like how my comics teacher was always like going like, oh, you need more speed lines. Hey Yithian, how are you doing? I am recovering from food poisoning myself. Yeah, thankfully the food poisoning was like only a day. It was like, hold on, I need to charge up my remote because otherwise it's gonna fail me. But I think we ate something bad on Saturday, and then Sunday my husband got like sick, and I was okay, feeling a bit queasy, and then after dinner I really got like stomach cramps and stuff. And then yesterday he felt a bit better, and I felt awful to a point where I couldn't like stand for more than a couple minutes at a time. And now today I feel okay again. Still a bit queasy, but I'm able to like eat normally and kind of do everything I need to. But now my husband is kind of like laying down and not full of energy anymore. So maybe he did too much yesterday. So why do you ask, Greg? What are you looking for speed lines yourself? I mean, I've had some bad food poisoning, man. Like, there once I was in Jordan, and we were set to like visit Petra, like the seventh world wonder or whatever, you know, like the really cool one. And so I got food poisoning, but I was determined to freaking walk there because I was not missing out on Petra because of some stupid food poisoning. So we did do the walk, and it's like, I don't know, an hour or two maybe through a canyon or something, and we did it with a guide. I made it to Petra. But then after we saw Petra, I had to go lie down. And our guide actually, because there was, back when we were there was like a little restaurant there, so he got me like some, I don't know, some herbs and stuff, and I had to lie down while the others like went on for a bit to look at some kind of monastery or something. So I did Petra with food poisoning. And that lasted like days before I could eat normally again. Yeah, speed lines are definitely tough. I have a lot of respect for people who can do them well, to be honest. I always thought they were kind of dumb, but then I started doing them myself. And I was like, oh, this is pretty hard. But also effective. You want to be able to do them right, because they do add a lot to your comics. So yeah, I'm curious if my husband's go of it will clear up soon. But how have you guys been doing? Yithian, have you been able to play any more Zelda? Or has it been a no-go? Don't feel bad about it. It's like, it's an optional thing, you know, playing Zelda. I I would say Jordan is very nice to visit. I know my art colleague Bruce Bernays has been there recently. We went there, I want to say 7 years ago or something. So it's been a while. You know, it's definitely like since before like the whole conflict broke out there, because that's the thing. Well, there was some threat of it going on back then when we went, but it was mostly a threat, nothing major yet. But yeah, I definitely thought Petra was worth it. Even with food poisoning and like not being able to stand and stuff. And yeah, all the others, like the Dead Sea was really special to experience. And they're generally just like nice people from what I remember. But I think we went pretty short time. I think we were like a week in Jordan and a week in Dubai because my brother-in-law, like it was his birthday, but he didn't want to be in Dubai because it was like Ramadan, so we wouldn't be able to like eat or whatever in public. So he was like, let's go somewhere else. So we went to Jordan. But yeah, I would definitely recommend. Oh, how much time do you like spend painting minis in a week within? Like, does it take up all your free time? You know, and free time being like time that you don't have to spend working or with the kids or chores or errands, that kind of stuff. It's been really fun sketching Ephraim like this with like figuring out his expressions with like no mouth. It's all in the eyes now. Yeah, I can imagine it's zen. So with regards to like painting and stuff, I try like I'm not sure. Hold on, I tried like dotting, like the like how the Aboriginals like do their make their artwork in the like the traditional artwork with like all the little dots that make like figures. I haven't been like doing any Aboriginal style art, but there's like this dotting thing. Hold on for a second. There's this dotting thing where you just like make circles and patterns and do it on ceramics and stuff. And I definitely see how like painting like that can be very zen. Art. Kind of like this. My mother-in-law has been like really into it and has all these like books with patterns and stuff. Pretty fun. Yeah, it was. Though I did like, cause she was like, I love to do this alone, just to like relax a lot, and I was like, I do feel like I need someone here to chat with, just to be able to like have something to occupy my mind or something. Otherwise, I'm not sure if I would like have my whole mind wrapped in the activity, I guess. But I'm not sure. Maybe if once you start like more complex patterns, then I can definitely see, because my mother-in-law was like doing a vase with all kinds of circles of dots that needed to be spaced out evenly. I can imagine that takes some concentration, definitely. But if you got like 15 minis, is that because those are Warhammer minis, right? So are you like prepping them for a game for like your army? And do you have a deadline? Oh, that's a car backing up. I don't know if you can hear that, but should be gone soon. Guess I'll close the window for a second. People are always building stuff in this neighborhood. So there's like building noises constantly. Jeez, there's like a lot of commitment to have like Warhammer games. We were talking about it with some friends because they're into Warhammer too. And like having to basically set up your army before you can play. It's like a huge commitment. But can you buy painted minis? Is that a thing? Probably. Though they're probably also a lot more expensive. And a lot less fun, of course, because you didn't paint them yourself. Still, after, painting a whole, I don't know what you would call them, squadron of the same minis, then I feel like I'd be kind of done with it, but but it's not like sold officially by Warhammer. That kind of surprises me. You can hear I'm an expert on Warhammer, right?
Mhm.
Wow. So if you're like, if you go like to a tournament or whatever, do people look down on people who haven't painted their own minis? Can you tell? Right. I guess so. I mean, that's the thing, like, all the people I've spoken to about like painting minis for Warhammer do really seem to enjoy it a lot. Like, it's like, yeah, look, this is my station for painting all these minis. And I have this kind of paint, that kind of paint. I'm like, okay. That's cool. So I guess you're right about the mindset. Really? How much of an impact does it make? Is it like tiny? Like, okay, this is for fun. You get some victory points, and it might be a tipping point, but I mean, 1 out of like 7 or 8. That's not bad. That's definitely not bad. I'd paint an army for that. But so then, how long does because you said like unassembled, unpainted plastic. How long does it take to assemble them versus like painting them? A little longer, I take it, but I mean, what's the ratio? Is it like painting them all takes like 20 hours and then just assembling them takes like half an hour? Or? I was thinking like two victory points is like a sound investment if you have to like paint your army once and then use it for however many games you play. Okay, so 2 to 3 times as long. Yeah, that's still, that's still a heavy investment. But it's not this box. So this box that's like 15 thingamajigers. So 20 minutes assembly and then maybe an hour or so painting. Yeah, per figure. It's not too bad. From the sounds I'm making, I don't think I'm gonna be painting minis anytime soon. Though I'd like to try once, but I don't think it's gonna be like a hobby for me. Though I do find it interesting, like the whole culture around it. Kind of the same with with games in that regard. Like, I get turned off by games so quickly if I feel like I have to do the same thing too many times. Then I feel like it gets too grindy, and I don't want to do it for fun anymore. Yeah, I get that. I mean, it's fun, but it's also means to an end, which is cool. Actually, with my aversion of repetitiveness, I am actually surprised that I'm like still doing the comic, but here I am. I often think about it like that's weird, how much I dislike repetitiveness, but then apparently the story of Netherrealms is like important enough for me to actually go through with it all the time. Oh, like so. Well, I mean, I tend to avoid those kinds of games for that reason. Also, just because I just want to like buy a game and be done. So you know, I usually like the games. My favorite games are like Witcher Wild Hunt, Zelda, obviously, Horizon Zero Dawn. Yeah, I would say like those are my top three. And then for Witcher, I did get the DLC, but I do find that like for $20, all that new story content was definitely worth it. And there's no grind in those games for me, at least. I definitely felt like everything was so cool. Yeah, Horizon was like, for like the climax, I think it was like 1 a.m. or something, and I was just sitting there and like the lights had gone out because we have like these hue lights, you know, that kind of like turn off like, hey, it's time to go to bed, and I totally ignored that. So I was sitting in the dark playing. And then like the climax came and I was like, oh my god, what is happening? So yeah, that was like a really really cool experience. It's like, oh, this is such a good game. And it's Dutch. haven't played the sequels yet, though. I haven't been able to. Also, because I was just wondering, I'm not sure if sequel is like exclusively PS5, because I only have a PS4. 3? 4? 4. Oh, do you know what we, like, to grab back at, like, our Japan trip, do you know what, so someone, we were doing, like, a bike tour in Kyoto, and then suddenly the guy was like, oh, I want to show you this one thing real quick at the end of our tour, and we were like, okay, what? And he showed us the building where Nintendo began their trading card game over, or 100 years ago. I was like, whoa, this is so cool. This is where Nintendo started, and we've been here. Oh, okay. Then I can maybe still try Forbidden West once I finish Zelda. No, because that's, yes. In terms of, like, time sync, I'll probably wait to get Forbidden West. Hold on, now I want to know. Is Horizon Forbidden West PS4. Oh yeah, it is PS4. Hooray! Jeez, it's still, I'm sorry, I was looking at it, it's still so expensive. How long ago did it come out? Oh, 2022. It's not even that old. Never mind. I thought it was like 3 years old by this point, but that's not true. Right, the Get Stuff Done music. I don't know where that came from, because these past 12 months have gone by in a whirlwind, to be honest. So I don't really feel like they should have felt. I just haven't been keeping up well. Probably. I've just been. I probably saw the announcement for Forbidden West, and then my mind was probably like, oh, it's out now, and that was only like the announcement coming in 2022. I mean. I've been working on mood boards for the next D&D art pack this morning. I was really in a slump like last week or the week before or something where I was like, ugh, I don't know if this art business thing is worth it, or if it would just, if I would like rather quit and just do something else for my job and just do art for myself again. But I'm kind of like getting back into it now. So that's good. So this morning I set myself to some more D&D art packs again. I'm kind of thinking of like ways to involve people who've, already shown interest in the packs, like maybe ask people what kinds of poses they want and stuff. And before anyone thinks who's watching this like now or later, thinks like, oh, but you still have commissions due. Yes, I know. I'm working on those. But a couple of people have said, hold off because I'm busy. I can't give you a brief right now. So I'm like, okay. I will do some other work in the meantime. So I'm not slacking on the commissions. I'm just waiting for stuff. Yeah, exactly. And it's like, it's for them, I'm not, like, Netherrealms is like, it's something I'm kind of like doing for myself, and I'm really glad that people are along for the ride. But like the D&D art packs are really something, they're like the first thing I've actually done where I felt like there's a hole here in the market and I feel like it needs to be filled. So yeah, it really, like, these packs are like formed by the community, and that's the way they need to be, because that's how, the community gets the most out of it. And it's cool because, like, people, I think I said it before, right? Like, people have really been expressing a lot of interest in the packs. So that's really cool. I think I forgot to draw a dog. I did forget to draw a dog. Let's see. Hey, Nika. Yeah, isn't that weird? How something can feel like really far but close at the same time. Oh, did you have you seen Ron's Gone Wrong? Talking about like animation movies and stuff. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. There's a like it wasn't like a perfect Pixar movie or whatever, but it was a lot of fun. It's like a mix of Baymax and Wall-E. It's called Ron's Gone Wrong. Hold on. Let me type the Ron's Gone Wrong. It's on Disney Plus. If you happen to have that. Oh, it's so cute. We laughed our asses off at like all the imitations of humanity that Ron does. It's so funny. Like I said, we had a couple issues with it, but whatever. Doesn't matter. It was fun anyway. My husband and I have been calling each other Absalom all day. Yes, I also still need to see Spider-Verse. We're so behind on movies. Yeah, it's out, I think. Yes, because people have been like sharing a lot about it on social media, right? Yeah, I mean we've been like really bad about like actually going to the cinema. Ever since COVID, basically, we've just like the cinema has like totally gone out of our system somehow. So then it's like, oh yeah, we'll wait until it's on some kind of like streaming thing, and then it never happens. Yeah, I'm pretty good. I was just saying at the start of the stream that like I had some food poisoning, I think, this weekend, but I've kind of recovered from that. And I think like I had some hard dip last week where I didn't really want to like get back to work that much, but I'm over that now too. So things are getting better, I guess. No, so that's so weird, like, so my husband and I both got it, and we ate like the night because he got it right away when we went to bed. But we had like homemade guac and cheese, kidney beans, no meat. What else was in there? Sweet potato fries. What else? Some other vegetable stuff. So yeah, not much in there where I'm like, oh, that could have really been like a health hazard, except for like maybe the avocado because it wasn't really ripe. So I kind of like artificially tried to ripen it. Maybe that was a mistake. I don't know. Yeah, but this was me being not able to stand for more than a couple minutes yesterday. So wasn't really bloating. Apparently, it didn't really work. So it was like too hard to make to mush up into an avocado, right? So apparently, if you like wrap it in tin foil and put it in the oven for 10 minutes at like 90 degrees or 190? No, 90, I think. It releases some kind of thing that actually gets released over time, which helps to ripen the avocado and make it like soft. But it didn't really work for me, so I'm not sure how much truth there is to that, but you know, I saw it on all the food blogs, so when I googled it, when I was like, crap, our avocado is not ripe enough. And usually I just kind of like slice it up and be like, oh well, because it was too late for us to like put off the dinner, because I'd already, started making all the other stuff, so I couldn't really let the avocado rest for a couple more days. So I just started Googling, like, how do I ripen an avocado? Yeah, I don't know what else we had. I don't think we had any weird stuff that day. Especially not something that my husband and I like both ate. Because we have like different lunches and different breakfasts. And even that is like, it's like sandwiches and cereal. So, eh. We'll never know. Hey, Adam, what kind of emoji is that? A waving pot? Maybe it was a stomach. I think stomach bugs last longer. Because, like, this was basically one day of me being kind of like, I don't have any energy, and then done. Because today I'm okay again, kind of. And I feel like stomach flu usually lasts a lot longer. Oh! I haven't seen... Another thing I haven't seen, Elden Ring. Yeah, we were just talking about like how I had a bit of food poisoning, but I'm okay again now. It was just a day of me sitting around playing Zelda, doing nothing else. So it wasn't a bad way to spend a day. How have you been, Adam? How are you holding up in the weather? Aw, man, that sucks. Though I do like how sleep kind of like resets it, At least that's what it does for me. Like, it can be really down like one evening, and then I go to sleep, and then the next day, it hasn't solved anything, but your mindset is just like reset a bit to like a 0 point. Mild? Jeez. $30 today. And like humid because it's gonna be there's gonna be thunderstorms later today, I think. Aw, that sucks. Sorry, Adam. I had that recently too, so maybe we can share in the misery. Did you ask them for feedback? Like why you didn't get the job? No, it's fine. I just talked about like being sick all day, so you're not bringing the mood down. We're just like commiserating with each other. Yeah, oh well. It's it is what it is. Can't force them, right? It wasn't the be all end all, fortunately, so that's cool, but would have been nice. But it would have taken a lot of time away from, you know, like the D&D art packs and Netherrealms, so depending on how this stuff goes, it's either a good or a bad thing. No, I didn't. I don't think I saw the art test. Yeah, I feel like the security is like the issue for a lot of artists nowadays. I think that's why a lot of artists are also like moving towards more of a subscription model too, like Patreon or whatever, but you know, it's definitely not like a guarantee that will work out, obviously. So I know I had to like stop all my Patreon pledges when I started freelancing myself. Oh, thanks. I'll take a look after the stream. I hope they get back to you with feedback though, like especially if you did like an art test or something like more involved than just sending out the first application. Then you'd hope that you like get some kind of learning experience from it at the least. Bam, jeez. I mean, if it's like a full-time gig, then maybe sure, but if it's like along with all the freelancing stuff, that's a lot. Especially if you have to like incorporate feedback and stuff. Oh, okay. They just wanted to see what you would do without any feedback. Still, was probably was it unpaid? Yeah, that's a lot of time to spend on a test. Nah, but it's like, oh, man, can you imagine like having to apply for 10 jobs and then losing 10 weeks of your time to like do art for nothing, basically? Like if that's I don't know, 20 hours times 50 at least. 20 times 50 times 10. That's like 10,000 euros worth of revenue that that you missed out on just because of like free art tests. Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing, like I mean, I on principle I just but that's, you know, that's my luxury position, I guess. I just on principle refuse unpaid art tests. I would rather like go work in a supermarket and like bring around groceries for like picnic or something than do an unpaid art test. Because I would earn more like working for picnic than working for like doing all those art tests. Yeah, exactly. That's why I just like flat out refuse, just because I don't want to encourage it. Like I always counter with like, you can just hire me as a freelancer if you want to if you want to see how I work, then, I'm for hire, no problem. But I won't do it for free. Yeah, I mean, if you can, like I said, I'm not like trying to force anyone to like go hungry just on principle, right? But like I said, I earn more by just like going to work in a grocery store. So why would I do an unpaid art test where I'm doing like a lot of skilled labor for nothing? Yeah, that sucks. I mean, in a way, that kind of also shows you like what kind of company it would have been. Usually, it's kind of a red flag for me if they treat you that way. Just because they don't put like enough value on your time. Yeah, that's what a lot of people who are like against unpaid artists are saying. Like, I have a portfolio. That's where you can see my work. So, um, that's my art test, basically. But a lot of companies still want to see like your specific style. Your specific work in like their style or with their IP, which is why fan art is such a good portfolio piece to have. Like if you, I think like a million gazillion people have been hired because um, the company already got like their free art test by you doing fan art for their company. Yeah, it's definitely like, even because there's like a huge surplus of artists, right? Like they're saying there's a labor shortage everywhere, but um, I don't think that's true for artists. So, oh yeah, I forgot to take my break. Hold on, let me finish this. Yep, exactly. The image generators are not helping. Hold on, let me take a break because I already accidentally skipped my last one. So I will be right back. Get some tea and stuff, and then oh yeah, and I'll be like doing an ad thing for approval purposes. So be right back. Anyway. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, unpaid artists. Thanks. But yeah, I feel like a lot of artists have definitely like been considering the alternatives recently compared to doing art careers. And to be honest, like if I had a kid right now that would be saying like I want to be an artist, and I would be like, that's cool, you can be, just, you know, make sure you do something else in the meantime too. We're gonna sound like our parents. Yeah, I mean, dedication means something different for everybody, right? Like, dedication for me definitely does not mean, like living on ramen for 2 years or something, just because you can't afford to pay for proper food. That's like overkill. Yeah, it's weird, right? Like, for, I think last week or so, for the first time I saw someone who actually said like, "Hey guys, I'm canceling my Patreon because I quit. Like, I'm gonna be a teacher, or like a dietitian or something. Either or both. But it was like, I don't like this art business thing anymore. 'Cause that's the thing, right? Like, they did like art, they just didn't like the business side of it anymore. So they just decided like it's not worth it anymore. So I quit. Maybe. I think so. Yeah. I'm not sure if it like specifically pays. Well, actually, I think being a teacher here now actually pays pretty okay. Just because there's a shortage, and also, I mean, like if you're a middle school, high school teacher, we don't have middle school here. But if you're like in that like general age group, then it doesn't pay, like the pay is not bad at all, but it is high pressure. So I'm not really sure if you'd become a teacher for the pay per se, if you know, because the pressure is definitely there, and there are other jobs that pay better if you're just doing it for the money. Yeah, and that's a stupid thing, right? Like, I like the business side of art. Like, I honestly enjoy, like, the client interaction, setting up like a sales page or whatever. But it's so. I'm just running out of funds to like make the jump. You know, I'm just like eating through my savings trying to make this stuff work. So even though I enjoy it, like almost all aspects of it, I can't make it work. It's so stupid. Ugh. I mean, yeah, knock on wood, but not in a lot of shooters in Holland. Except for if you're like in a drugs cartel, then there's some issues here. But if you kind of like stay out of their way, then you're okay. Yeah, social media, like, I really feel it's gotten worse. Like, on Mastodon right now, I have, I don't know, maybe like 1,300 followers or something. And I get, compared to like my 6,000 on Twitter, and I still get like 2 or 3 times as many responses on Mastodon compared to Twitter. So my engagement on compared to like the effort it takes on Mastodon is like way up. But you know, I'm gonna say it again. Mailing lists. It's the only platform we would control ourselves. I definitely feel like, you know, in terms of like everything's working against this. There I go again. I definitely feel like I've gotten a lot of emails lately from companies like, hey, we're changing our policies, we're changing our you know, our fees and that kind of stuff. Like, I got an email from Payoneer saying like, hey, for everyone receiving less than $2,000 in revenue a year, we're going to charge you $30 a year to actually have the account. Whereas before it was just for people who like had no transactions, which they, like if they had inactive accounts, you know. And I'm like, okay, if you want to like weed out those people, I get that, because it's like it's hampering your servers and stuff. But I would like to earn more than $2,000 a year, but you know, I've been working at it for a couple of years and it's not working. So and you know, I kind of feel like punished for that, so that kind of sucks. Yeah, and it's like it's the only alternative for PayPal. So I don't really, and I do not want to use PayPal because their conversion fees are like way worse than Payoneer's even. So I need them kind of to receive my Patreon funds. So now I'm kind of like, well, maybe I should work really hard this year to get my Patreon to like double my pay. I'm at 60% with the Patreon. If I earn 40% more from my Patreon, then I'll be at like 2K a year, and then I'll be good in terms of like Payoneer stuff. But yeah, I really feel like a lot of companies are like punishing the small people, the small businesses and stuff. It definitely feels like there are more obstacles to overcome lately, which is stupid because all the companies and people that don't need it actually already have everything. Like people that make more than 2,000 a year through Payoneer, or receive more than 2,000 a year, I should say, don't have to pay the fee. So the people who should be able to cough it up more easily are not getting the fee. Anyway, that was my rant. So I use Payoneer, which is like for my Patreon. So like my Patreon funds get sent to Payoneer first before I can send it to my bank account, which is like kind of like the PayPal, but I use Payoneer because it's cheaper in terms of like transaction fees and stuff. But I recently got an email where they were like, if you received less than 2,000 euros or dollars a year through us, then we're going to charge you $30 a year to actually use the account. And before, it was only for like inactive accounts. So it was kind of like, okay, so if I make more money, I have to pay less in service fees. Yeah, hey, I finished inking the scene. You guys. Okay. I just noticed. Anyway, but yeah, so that kind of sucked. Ranching makes inking go faster. Exactly. Honestly, I mean, I do feel like I've been inking kind of slowly, but I don't know. Actually, there's one more thing I might want to... I'm not sure if I want to ink it or paint it, but I guess I had kind of forgotten it, so I'll just put some stuff here to remind myself. At least. It's like the corruption magic that Ephraim is leaving behind in this dream. Yeah, that's the thing. Like I did a bit of the math, and I feel like Payoneer takes a smaller cut because it's like $1 to transfer whatever you have from Patreon to Payoneer, and with PayPal it's like, I don't know, like a percentage or something, or like $10. And then after that, there's like also the conversion fees, which with PayPal are always like super opaque and horrendous and whatever. Like I always am left with a lot less than I expect from Patreon. So I've kind of like stopped using them. Yeah, PayPal is definitely a shit time. I know 5%. Like, I mean, it's every time you think like, oh, it's like 5%, whatever. But if you count that with all the fees that you still have to pay and like taxes and sales tax and that kind of stuff, it's kind of like, okay, so basically for every invoice I send out, I receive like 60% basically as like take home money. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I've done the same actually. If people like actually really want to use PayPal, because usually I use Wise for my like for my invoices for clients for commissions. But if they really want to use PayPal, then I'm like, that's fine, but I'm adding on top, you know, the PayPal invoice on, or the PayPal fees on top, which is like whatever percentage extra. Yeah, I think like 5%. And then usually they go with Wise. Let's see, so that means it's time for adding. Yeah, exactly. The bank transfer has no fees. I think what I like about Wise is that I can just say like, hey, I want to receive this many euros, and then if they want to pay locally, then TransferWise like converts it for them. So I can always say like, hey, this is the euro amount, and then I don't even have to think about like the transfer costs. Or I can like recalculate everything, and then they can pay in like their local currency, after which I can convert it myself. But then it's easier for them because they can just like pay in like dollars or euros or whatever, or British pounds, you know, and then I can convert it myself whenever I want to, whenever there's like a good exchange rate or whatever. Do I have? No, I don't. Where will I put it? I will make some swatches, and they will go here. No, I'll make a new set, I think. Okay, this is me figuring out color sets. Create new set. Yes. This is scene 3. Yes. Also, Wise's customer service so far has been a lot better than PayPal's. they've actually, been responsive and helpful. Yeah, I definitely place a huge value on like customer service and that kind of stuff nowadays. I know. PayPal scares me, to be honest, with that kind of stuff. Yeah, same. I never I never leave anything in there. Ah, that might be a good idea. There's actually, anytime I want like payment protection, I do use the credit card company. I haven't had to use it yet, but it was the first time for anything. Knock on wood. Yeah, I was just thinking, like, isn't it insane that we have all these kinds of tricks that we have to use to, like, not actually have money just taken out of our bank accounts? What the heck? Oh, I can't imagine. Man, getting locked out of your account sucks, especially if it's like a payment thing. Yeah. If you can't do anything with it, then, you know, there's not much to do there. Kid. Man, money stealing sucks. Like, you feel so violated. Maybe they weren't able to go for more. Or they're doing like small amounts in the hopes that like you don't notice. Like if they hacked like a whole database, then if they can get like £100 from 1,000 people, then yeah, I'd be happy with that. Ugh, that sucks. But at least if it's a credit card, I think you can get it back a lot of the time. Right? I mean, if it's like all you want to do, and uh, like it might not be the only hacking that they do. It's kind of like stealing from the baker, and then stealing from the butcher. You know, you're like, what do you want with like one piece of meat? But then if you do it everywhere, then you've have like you've got a whole meal. Yeah, it's kind of like insurance. Is it? It's like it feels like such a waste once if you're like paying all the insurance all the time, but then once you need it, you're really glad you have it. We had the same with like my grandma passing away in our trip to Japan. We were like beforehand. She was no when we booked it. She was not sick yet, so we were like, okay, I guess we'll raise our travel insurance. We won't really, we probably won't need it because it's so close by, so whatever, but we'll do it just in case. And then my grandmother got sick, and I was like, oh my god, I am so glad we have the insurance. Because if we had to cancel, then we would have lost everything. Yeah, definitely. I mean, to be honest, like I'd rather pay it and like never need it, just because it means it was never an issue. But yeah. I hope you're enjoying like this incredibly interesting bout of me setting color swatches. Sorry, I'm almost done. If I had realized how close I was to finishing inking the whole scene, then I would have done this like before the stream. Yeah, it's so frustrating when reference pics like don't help. You're kind of like, it just doesn't work that way. Like it just works from one angle. That's it. Well, I mean, the methods have been shown once I do one character, right? Not like all four. Actually, I should do it from 2. But yeah. Okay, one more. Jeez. Before I forget again and then get too lazy and then do it all wrong. If you want any like help, then you know you can always drop it in the critique channel if you haven't already. How is Reddit doing, by the way? Is it still like on course for like all its third-party apps just vanishing? A lot of them aren't though, right? Like a lot of subs are online still. Oh, nice. John Oliver. Who's John Oliver? Who's John Oliver again? Alright, Nika. I mean... Oh, that guy. It's like the first hit on Google is like, why is Reddit full of pictures of John Oliver? Excuse me, what are we doing? Oh. Pen. There we go. Sexy John. Should we be doing the same on like the fantasy artist subreddit? Just be posting pictures of John Oliver. Commission me for John Oliver. Oh, really? Oh, that's fun. I wonder how they got to John Oliver in the first place. I know. It really makes them like what's it called? Your esteem of them is like raised or whatever. What a chat is a better description. Nah, not relatable, but you're just like you think more highly of them. That's kind of what I was looking for, I think. Not feet, just feet. Pills? No. Man, I really wonder how it's gonna go. I've actually been kind of like staying off Twitter, or I mean, Reddit, to not generate any more ad revenue for Reddit. But yeah. They do not seem to be backing down though. I think I hear thunder. Can I hear thunder? Hold on, I might have to go and put in our sunscreen because it's getting kind of cloudy here. Is it going to rain? Not yet. Hold on. I'll be right back because I'm worried that our sunscreen will get... Never mind, it was already done. I am winded for nothing. Jesus. Anyway. Yeah, the news cycle will probably move on before, I don't know. I do feel like since the Reddit, like, CEO and stuff haven't backed down yet. I'm not sure how, if they still will. Do I have everything? Yes, I do. Okay. Yeah, I actually am looking forward to. I don't know, I always like thunderstorms in summer, or actually in general, just because it's so like exciting to watch them, and especially if you're just indoors, then it's mostly pretty. You just get to like look outside and be happy that you're inside. Unless you have to go anywhere, then it sucks. Because we were in Greece last year on like a sailboat, and we had a huge thunderstorm right above us while on the boat. And it was like, we were like moored and boats were getting loose, so our captain was like panicking, not panicking, but he was like, crap, we gotta do something before all our boats like crash into each other. So that was tense. But yeah, if you're inside, have nowhere to go, then it's definitely a good vibe. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Then it should start pouring here in. I don't know. How fast does that go? Like 15 minutes? Half an hour? Though they're not saying it's going to rain here yet, but it does look really cloudy. Ooh. Yep. The weather app is giving a huge spike in 15 minutes. This is not. If the wind is right, you can be my weather predictor. Oh yeah, it's going north to south, and I'm a bit more north. Jeez. No, we're not doing a break. Jeez, I just had a break. Oh no. Why do I have a... That's good. Pencils can glue. There we go. Let's see, how does this work again? Oh gosh. That's not it. How about this? Nope. Okay, please excuse me while I figure out how this works again. What is happening? Why? I have area scaling on. So why is it acting like this? Welcome to live troubleshooting. Your favorite kind of troubleshooting. Why is it doing this? Oh, chainmail, jeez. I always try to like avoid doing it by hand as much as I can. You did it by hand? Insane. Oh, there we go. That's weird. Wow, that's definitely vacation. Jeez. Well, at least it's covered by something. Jeez. I was just gonna say the same. Like, couldn't you have like made sure that there's like a lot of it covered by other armor? Yeah, chainmail should be like same as like feathered wings. It should be like extra. Yeah, it definitely sounds like, well, I guess, in terms of like having to focus and stuff, I guess it kind of leaves you free to watch a stream or something. Hold on, is it like in the work in progress Discord or something? Where have you posted it that I've missed it? Oh, it started. I heard thunder, I think. Unless it was just something falling over, but... Thanks, Adam. I'm curious now. Oh, you heard it? Oh, you drew... you drew your... That's what I always, like, worry about if, like, artists are talking just about, like, their work amongst themselves, but with, like, other people present. I'm kind of like, are we saying super rude things that we would not say if other people were present? Well, then, then that's probably why I heard it through my headphones. It's gone now, though. Not really hearing anything. Maybe it was just something falling over. Because it should be letting loose, like, in 10 minutes or so. Yeah, I usually do the same with, like, chainmails, like textured brushes and then some layer effects or something. I feel like doing more traditional painting and drawing and stuff would help us out with that, because you like need to learn to do shortcuts. Shortcuts in the sense that, like, I'm thinking, like, for example, for like the D&D art packs, I did like suggested texture instead of like actually drawing all the chainmail. I did like some squiggles that would like suggest chainmail. And I feel like a lot of people learn to do that with oil painting too, where it's like you paint a few links just so people understand that that's the texture, and then kind of like replicate an impression of the texture throughout like the rest of the part, so people can like infer that it's supposed to be chainmail. Yeah, and perfectionists make it so hard on themselves. I'm not sure if I would call myself a perfectionist. I think some people would, and then some people wouldn't. I wouldn't, I think. Yeah, I would definitely call you a perfectionist too. Tiny belt buckles and tiny men. Jeez. Oh, it's pouring down here now too. Let me go check real quick if our windows are closed. Good thing I checked because one window was still wide open. This is so nice though, the rain. Holy moly. Our car was so dusty. And our solar panels too, like you could see where one bird had like flown against it or something and then kind of like went flapping on it, just because you can see like the flapping marks on it still, but now it's going to be washed away. But it's been there for at least 3 weeks. Oh, I see flashes, so if I'm suddenly gone, it's because of like lightning strikes. And I've got like this music going on with the lightning flashes. It's like a really dramatic scene from a movie. I've got the fan on too, with like wind blowing in my face. I know. It's kind of like, do you know that video where like a dad is making like a 4D experience for his daughter, where there's like a roller coaster ride on the TV, and then she's in like a box, or like a plastic box, and then he's kind of like shaking her so she feels like she's in the roller coaster. That's kind of what it feels like. I know, it's so cute. Whoa, it really is coming down. It's almost like hail. Man. Too bad though, like, I wish our plants would get more water. Yeah, it'll pass, and then around like half past it'll be dry again, but then around 6 there's a peak again. Anyway, you guys don't, the whole stream doesn't need a live report of our weather the whole time. Oops. That's not what I want. Oh, do you? I mean, I can be like your weather woman if you want me to, but... That's true. Dutch people need to talk about the weather. My report, it gon' rain. Anybody who doesn't get that needs to watch Family Guy. We were also talking, so in Japan, like, we there was this Belgian girl that we like met on a tour, and she kind of did the same. She was like a couple of days in front of us, but sometimes we had like overlaps, so sometimes we just have like dinner. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So you can. Okay. I've been wondering if you can. But she was Belgian, and so we had dinner a couple times together, and she was like, that's really a Dutch thing to say, like, when there's like a lull in the conversation, people go like, hey, boo boo, now, And that's like a super Dutch thing to say. I wonder if Nika, if you've noticed it too. Yeah, lots of lightning flashes. You asked for it, guys, so I will continue with my weather report. Oh, not even a now now poo poo? Okay, I love these coloring tools so much. One time someone was like, clip coloring tools suck, and I don't get it. These are amazing. That's a good thing. Maybe it's just an old people thing that say it, and the young cool people don't anymore. And we're old. We've already concluded. Like, me and my husband. Whoa. That was a loud one, I think. I don't think I'm gonna get a flag out and stand in the ring with thunder and lightning. Thank you very much. Hold on. Huh? You mean like huh? Who? An oo with schwa sound. You mean huh? Right. Yeah, because it just... No, I think I missed that meme. This went like whoosh over our heads. Wait, I don't think this link is gonna work because it's like, if I like manually copy it, then oh, I had it for 2 seconds and then I went like, oh, okay. Wait, what's the search term? Raining. Oh, there we go. Oh, maybe I have seen this. There we go. For the benefit of everybody else. YouTube. Oh, it's going to be in my YouTube history. This is such a video for you. Definitely. Wholesome memes like this. I mean, as long as it's not a thunderstorm, like if it were just raining and it were like super hot out, I would be fine doing that shit. But thunder and lightning? Eh. I was just reading an article. There was like an actual article in the news here that was like giving tips for, because they were expecting thunder, on like what not to do with thunder. But they actually said like, do not take a bath or take a shower during the thunderstorm. Because there's like copper plumbing in all the houses, but it's like that has not been the case for any house built after the 60s. So, Jesus Christ. Any house that has been renovated after the 60s, because I think with like copper plumbing, there's like some health risks involved or whatever. So yeah, it's bullshit. That's what I'm saying. Like for most people. Actually, it's bullshit. I mean, what are the chances that, like, it's the same thing as saying, like, don't leave a window open during a thunderstorm because there could be, like, you know, thunder, like, coming in through the window. It's not like it couldn't happen, but it would have to, like, I feel like it would have to somehow hit the house, get transferred into the copper, and then get into your water. I don't think that's a thing. No, I mean, no. It's... Come on. That can't be a thing. Sneaky thunder. That would be hilarious. You guys. You're like dissing the weather, dissing the thunder. Yeah, it's. That's why I'm saying, like, I was reading the article, I was like, this cannot be real advice from an expert that they consulted. Like, come on. The article, I was reading the comments after, and I think the article was like 2 years old. So apparently, I don't know, and they like updated for for the current thunderstorm. But yeah, it seems kind of stupid. Oh, that's true. Yep. Maybe it was for the clicks, and then the comments were like for the engagement. Though I don't know if they. Nah, they wouldn't really benefit from that because there's no ads in the comments, and it's their own platform, so they don't need the engagement to like get on top of other stories or something. And I think they interviewed somebody. Like they interviewed an expert between quotation marks, about like thunder. Okay, question to you guys. Thunder expert. Is it clear that like this, this is like a whole different setting? Is this confusing? Should I have like a different edge or something to the final panel just to like indicate that it's like a dream or something? Yeah, that's true. That's what I was like worried about. Like, I mean, people don't really have to sense that it's a dream right away. I think it's more like it. I feel like it should be instantly clear that like this is the same guy, and like he went to sleep and now he's doing something else.
Yeah, maybe I will do a different frame. Let me experiment with that. I mean, it's the same location in the sense that, like, it's still at home in that sense, but it's not the bedroom anymore, obviously, because he's, like, outside. Let's see, frame. Alright, how does framing work again? Oh, like so. Head bubble. You mean kind of like, Kind of like so. Yeah, I guess. I don't know, I just kind of, it doesn't really, meanwhile, while you were sleeping, yeah, I've done them for, what have I done that? How did I, where are those? There we go. Hello? What are we? Oh. That one. That one? Why not? Why am I not allowed? How about that one? Still not allowed. Why not? Oh, probably because... I'm not even sure how I would do, like... Gradient tool, I guess. And then... What's a manga gradient? Oh.
I mean, like I would have to do it for like the whole scene, and it feels kind of like I don't. If I'm like making the comic and they're in like the Netherrealms, then I don't really want to be doing this for like everything. Hmm. So maybe the thought bubble thing is a better solution. Yeah, I'm thinking like maybe something like symbolic because the lifelines are also like really symbolic for um like human people dreaming and like being in the dream world, because only if they're dreaming like they have like a lifeline like this. Um and if they're like alive. Match the panel, change the angle of the second panel. And the angle of the second panel. You show the photos of purple without its white. Oh, like so. And then his eyes will be open and he'd be like standing in daylight. I could maybe would that make it clearer that it's a dream though? Does it have to be clear that it's a dream? Yeah. That kind of makes sense. Let's see. Okay, so I will duplicate this. Let's see if this works. Wait, not that one. This one. Ooh. Well, let me try it out for a second just to see what it would look like. I kind of like the idea. How do I move? Okay, that's it. Dude. Because then it would be kind of a... Doot. Doot. Why would you do that? Why would the frame move with... Why would I do that? That's so stupid. Okay. Unlink. What? This is annoying. Fuck off. I just want this to go away. See, if this were Photoshop, I would have solved this by now. But there are still some features in Clip where I'm like, what the heck am I doing? This is frustrating. I don't know why I did that, but he would do it. And then this one, and then he would have open eyes. That's all I want to test right now. I will look at this again tomorrow and then see what I think of it. Or whatever, any other day. I kind of like the idea. Just because it's like so clearly a transition towards something else. And it doesn't have to be like clear that it's like a dream and per se. I do kind of lose the lifeline here though. Maybe like this. And then in later thingamajiggers, in later pages, it will become clear that it's like not the same place. So maybe I will go for a different border. Just for like I guess I would want it to be clear that this is like reality. Or reality like Earth. Because this is also basically like reality. It's just like dreamland. I don't want people to think like, oh, he was dreaming all along. Even like it's just a dream character. So maybe, I guess, later on it will become clear that the dream has affected them somehow. Maybe I will leave it like this. And then, if people are confused and it ever gets published, then I'll just revise it or something. I guess I'll do that. Let's see if the undo still work. Yes. 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 But as long as it's not like hecking confusing. Like a bit of confusion isn't too bad, but if people are like, what the hell happened, then that's not a good thing. But yeah. Maybe I will do a transition or something. I guess I think I will think about it. I'll think about it. I haven't made up my mind. Well, it's, yeah, kind of, not. I haven't made everything in dreams, like, super bright and everything in reality super muted. I think. Have I? Have we been in reality yet? Yes. Oh, so far it's been kind of muted, kind of dark actually. So far everything in reality has been dark, and everything in dream world has been bright. Huh, interesting. I do have a color script where like everything in like the first act is kind of like muted and sepia toned, but it's not like super clear. Pretty accurate. Have you been in my dreams? Some of them, like, I've dreamt that I've been like ripped apart by dinosaurs or something. That was pretty dark, man. Maybe I will do a transition thing, just to like show like. Okay, how do I do a gradient? Hold on, let me try that real quick. Gradient. What's a contour line paint? Oh, okay. Foreground to transparent. Yes. Shape. Strict. Whoops. That's not what I wanted. Why won't it? Oh, that's why. Oh, okay. You have had your fair share of dark greens. Then we can shake hands on that. Okay, now I want to mask this, which I do have. Good. You got help. How do I mask it? Like this. Okay, check. Don't. There we go. Maybe I will do something like this. Maybe like cross hatching or something to show that they're connected. I think this works best for what I want to do. Just prettier than this. Okay, I'm gonna call it a day, if you don't mind. Thanks for your advice. Maybe this with the gradient from left to right on the frame itself, so it kind of fades into existence. Maybe. Gradient. Yes. That one. I mean, it will be more muted from muted colors to like more vibrant because where's the, there we go. So this is my reference. Look at this reference. Anyway, these are like basically like the color keys for both scene, for both parts, right? So this is gonna be like the night, and then it's gonna go to something like this. So it will definitely like be a transition. I know, and like hot dogs. Look at them. Look at them. Anyway. Oh, oops. This is also some nice reference. But yeah. So like there will be a color transition. I'm just like it could just be, you know, like nighttime to day to nighttime to daytime. So it's not really like screaming reality to dream, except for like magic shit here like going on in the foreground. So oh, I forgot there are lifelines here too. Anyway. Yeah, I think it'll be either this or like the other one. But I feel like the other one kind of like connects it to the previous panel more. So like I said, maybe I'll do some cross hatching, because there was like a something like this. Frame. Yeah, exactly. Where are those patterns? Gloom. I don't know what this will look like. It's not looking like anything. Enter. Oh, there we go. As you can see, I'm just experimenting as I go along. Brush size, bare. Why is it not working? That's weird. I feel so awkward with clip. Oh, there we go. Disarray. Okay. I don't know, something like, well, not something like this, because this is ugly, but gloom. God, I don't want gloom. I want something diagonal, I feel like. Yes. Delete the layer.
Where's that pattern? Oh, there we go. Flower pattern. We'll make this what's the genre called again? For like the super girly mangas and stuff. I'm just messing around. Look, it's dreams. Oh yeah, that's a good point. That they like more flow into each other more. Hold on. Now I want to try it out. Okay. Let's see. This is okay. I know I was like bitching on it 5 seconds ago, but this stuff, I love this stuff so much. It just like maintains all the gaps that you've set. No, I think this is a good idea. Isn't it weird though, or fun, or stupid, or whatever, like how much time you can invest into like 2 panels and how they read? No, I think this is a good idea. This is, this stuff is like what what I'm hoping for, like when I stream, just kind of like riffing off each other's ideas. Was having like boxes from small to large transition into the next panel. What? Kent was having like boxes from small to large transition into the next panel. Oh, you mean like like them getting like kind of like this, except without the snapping. Huh. Okay. So then, oh god, I'm gonna have to eyeball this. Kind of like this? Or no? What do I think of this?
Maybe I just need to do the spacing better. Maybe it's also like about the gutter width. Behind one another. I kind of liked the I kind of liked the shorter going into longer thing. Feels like it's keeping the row the same or something. Oh, is this it? No. This feels like something I'd eventually like solve in Photoshop just out of frustration. Clip, studio, move, frame, moves, other frames. Oh yeah, I like that. Yep, I like that. Oh, sorry. Let me. I kind of forgot that I was like calling out things and then you have no idea. Yep, I like that. I don't know how to solve it right now in Clip, so I'll have to like figure it out. I won't do it on stream because that's boring, but yeah, take your time. Like, okay, now I'm really gonna like end the stream, and I'll get back to this framing later. But I'll keep this in mind. It's really pretty. Like, I really like that. Let me actually... Oh, okay, I did. Let me save this, just in case it gets lost somewhere somehow. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. What day is it today? Let me give it a date. 6/20. Oh, okay. Adam, otherwise, like, send it to my Discord or something. Otherwise we'll be here forever. But, I'm really curious to see, what that looks like, actually. But, yeah. Oh, there we go. No. I'll open it here, because you were... Oh, yep. Okay. I got it. Thanks. I will keep this in mind, and that's really helpful if I can get Clip to work with me. Jesus Christ.
thanks for hanging out, and I will see you guys next week.